since we last met. From the last discussion, we have agreed to watch the movie Titanic. Titanic is a world-renowned movie that most of us have watched. For those who didn't watch, I hope you get to watch from in the week we give. Okay. Did you all watch the movie?
Yes.
Okay. Did you find the movie enjoyable?
What?
Yeah, it was very enjoyable. Actually, I wanted to ask you a question. Since you haven't watched it before, so now you have watched it, what do you think actually?
Since I'm not a romantic genre lover, so it's enjoyable, but it's okay lah.
Okay.
So.
So I would like to put the thing is that with Titanic, they have it's very unique because as I said the video earlier, this story is based on true story. So that's the main thing. We all talked about a movie, but it's not based on true story. This is the uniqueness of this movie actually. And the fact that it all happened in real life, it's you can't even imagine. So they brought it to life. So that's why I think Titanic's one of the best movies I've seen so far. So you all have watched the movie, right? So you can now give suggestions and what you think about the movie and what is unique about the movie now. Yeah, honest review about the movie. Yeah. So let's criticize the movie. Who wants to start?
Hi. The movie is about Titanic. It made on 1997, but the Titanic itself is the sink of Titanic is on 1912. You know. It's about the genre of the movie is epic romantic disaster movie. It's disaster because it's not an happy ending lah. It's very sad, but everyone can watch this movie. But I think children will find it quite boring because they would difficult for them to understand the storyline of the movie because it's romantic. The storyline is Jake and Rose who have different social life. Rose is Rose is from rich family and Jack is from lower class family. Jack even he got to go Titanic. The ticket he get is by gambling. So it not he didn't buy the ticket itself lah. But Rose stay in the upper class for Titanic. So we know lah Rose is rich. So they find Rose and Jack know themselves on Titanic. When one day Rose want to kill herself because she didn't want to marry her fiance, but her mother forced her to marry him because he can help their family who gonna bankrupt. But Rose didn't want to marry him because he quite abusive. He always slap her, but not everybody know. Her mom didn't know she
was abused.
She was abused. So Jack saw Rose to kill herself, but so Jack
Go next to her.
go next to her and save her, and told her that she can have she can experience more in life. She didn't have to kill herself and so on. but the Titanic sank when it hits iceberg. The iceberg is quite big and it caused the Titanic to sink. So when it sank, not everybody can go
Can get
dance. Not everybody can ride the boat because so many people on the Titanic, and the boat is limited. So Jack and Rose didn't got to the boat, and so they find one door, I think
wooden door.
broken door, and but it's for only one person. So Jack asked Rose to ride the boat, ride the door. Sorry, and Jack only in the water. So lastly Jack dead lah because it froze.
It's too cool.
So it was sad ending.
Okay, so a message that the movie tries to relay the audience. So people would think that Titanic is all about romance because it's about Jack and Rose. But on the other side, the Titanic is like the biggest ship, right?
Yes.
That has been made. So and people label it as the unsinkable ship. So when they thought that it is unsinkable, so they think that it is safe to ride it with that amount of people. Then, but then suddenly when it hits the iceberg, it still sink and it's broken. So like as for me, what does the message try to relate to the audience is like if it's like the impossible thing still can happen. Like anything is in the hand of God. So we as a human still can't like decide what can happen and what cannot happen because it's like it's in the hand of God. So like we can't really like decide what can happen next because we won't know the future. So I think that is like the hidden message in the Titanic.
And also the iceberg, right? It was small from the top, and it's huge at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
can't judge book by its cover.
Yeah.
That's also another message we can get from the
Because like from the ship, they thought that they can avoid the
Yeah.
iceberg
Yeah.
because from the people, right? But still it hits
Yeah.
and it broken down. So next
Next
is
up.
can I know the actress and actresses?
Okay, in this movie, they have two main characters, which is Jack and Rose, and another character which is the antagonist. He is Carl, Rose's fiance. Okay, for the first character, which is named Jack, the role is played by Leonardo DiCaprio. He is a very famous man in this world. Okay, the director chose him because the director name is Cameron. He chose him because he said that he need to take a character who is able to have his heart soul, who can act really good to play the romance and sad character. So, in this film, Jack is portrayed as a poor man. He has no money. He's
Poor.
the ticket that he got to enter the Titanic, which is he used from gambling, right? So, from this character, he got the ticket for the gambling, 2 tickets, and he goes with his friend Fabrizio. Okay, for the next character, which is Rose, the character who plays the woman in this film, she is Kate Winslet. She is in the movie. Rose is a 17 years old girl, originally from Philadelphia, who is forced into an engagement to a 30-year-old Canadian hockey so, and her mother forced her to marry the woman because to marry the guy. Sorry, because the guy can help her with her financial problem. He can provide her money to go on with her life. So her mother forced her, and she disliked the man. And just like Izani said, she tried to do suicide and kill herself, and Jack helps her. And next, for the third character, which is the man who played the bad guy, is her fiance, which is Billy Zane. In this movie, his character name is Carl. He is a 13 years old man and serves as the main antagonist in this film. He is arrogant, snobbish, and he is the heir to a steel fortune in Pittsburgh. In this movie, actually he's kind of jealous when he see that Jack and Rose, they are close. So he tried so many things to break them up. So he stole the diamond ring, but he accused Jack. So Jack was caught by the police. So this is the three characters. Beside that, there is one character which is that's all I think.
Okay. So next.
I think these actors and actors have successfully played the roles because the roles is Kate Weasley have to play the roles, and the Jack who is played is Leonardo DiCaprio. Before that, I want to ask you guys, what's the award have won from by Leonardo DiCaprio? DiCaprio. Sorry.
For what?
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 Uh,
What award?
Not
Best
sure, but
actor.
he's quite famous
Yes.
for in acting.
and environmental.
Oscar.
Yes.
Oscar.
From that you know, he played the role with successfully by won award, Oscar award.
Oscar is one of the highest
The
award.
biggest award means you
For
are a very
actors.
good actor.
Yeah.
It's not easy for someone to get that award.
Jack is from lower class family. Leonardo DiCaprio have played successful to play he like from the lower class family. He showed the to us how the life to be lower class family. At the one scene, he danced with the Ross, dance in place for lower class family, and Ross was shocked because he not not
Familiar.
not familiar with the lower class family. So I can see Jack was the player. Jack was successfully show the Rose how the life.
As a low class family,
Yeah.
how is it difficult to be? Yeah.
Okay, next.
So
Okay, for me, I think the acting was very convincing because for me, I think that Leonardo DiCaprio, who played the role as Jack, and Katie Winslet played the role as Rose, was really in love in real life, not in the movie, because the acting was so convincing.
Realistic.
Yeah, so realistic. And the other characters like Carl, I thought that he really hates Leonardo DiCaprio in real life too, because the acting was so convincing that it had me totally fooled. Although they were just acting the part, they really had successfully played their role, so that it looked convincingly. So that's all from me.
Okay, next. When I watched the Titanic, it made me thrill to want to know about the real situation of the Titanic. Based on you all say that the Titanic is a remake from the real life story, and so I have discovered that the Titanic is just a really real life story. And what happened is at the Titanic, and the story, the Titanic is wreck and sink at the Southeast Ocean, where that is the place. But for this movie, I want to say that what is happened is when they want to make this movie, they have expensed a very lot of budget that has been declared as the highest amount of budget for over time. Is it about $200 million? And the most interesting part is they did not use any CGI, and they not use any digital effect. What happened? They built the real Titanic. They built the real Titanic.
The real Titanic.
At the Rosarito, Mexico. And then that place, Rosarito, Mexico, there's a very
Isolated.
isolated place where that's not very well known for the people. So when they make film the movie at here, the place is suddenly rise up, and
water level rise up.
The popularity at the people suddenly rise up, and people more come to that place. So at the end, it cover up the budget first for to build that town, and then they also cover up the budget from the video, from the movie, and they have got
Profit.
They have got profit around $1.84 billion. That's a very
high amount of money. Okay, next.
Okay, so I will be talking about the visual effect. So as you know, the movie is on 1997, so the technology is not as advanced as now. But then the visual effect is still as good as now. I mean, it looks very real because you can see when the water splash into the ship, and when the Titanic split, it looks very real. And when they froze into in the sea, it looks very real, like
Real development.
Yeah, environment.
So like even it's in back in the days, but still they can make a great movie using that visual effect. And obviously making this visual effect costs a lot, but then their profit is high, so it's like a worth it lah to get that profit. So that's
And the whole visual effect is done in studio.
yeah. So in
It's not
studio
even
you can
outdoor.
make it like real in the sea. Like the scene in the sea, they shot in just a swimming pool.
Yeah.
So
Very different.
it's impressive and good for it.
Okay. So in my opinion, the visual effect is not this movie point. I think because most of the time they live in a ship, is his life. You not in the take the show their life. Maybe is very normal. So nothing special. Which is special one is the ship, height the mountain, is a large screen. Yeah, this is one special. So the question is, any better eval effect than this movie? I think of course they have, because it's a very old movie. Now we come some new, so I can recommend you a movie's name is Ready Player One. Yeah, I love this movie. it's not like the Titanic. The whole movie is use high technology to do it, so it's very enjoyable and yeah. Okay, let me think the most touching scene is that is two spots. One is the Rose told Jack to tell her about the boat was coming, but the Jack did not move. Rose cried and pushed him off the sea, and Jack's body sank into the sea. The Rose must take the Jack's death wishes and live longer. She had her own family and her children, and she not only lived longer and lived up to the 84 years old. And another spot, I think, it's the most touching scene is we easily ignore it. Sorry,
I think other memorable scene is when Jack and Rose on the ship, like everyone know yang
Yeah,
Jack
the song.
want to hug Rose. Yeah. It's one of the
And
memorable.
another as we easily ignore it is the musicians on board. The kind of the calmness in the face of the death. They're still playing music for others before they die. They give up the opportunity to be saved. Yes. I saw the brilliance of human nature in him, respect for him. That's all.
Oh, okay. So as for me, in my opinion, as for someone who never see this movie before, and not a lover of romantic genre movie, one of the things that make me keep watch the movie is the language itself. It is a very simple English language. I only have basic English language, so it made me understand the movie better, because sometimes the subtitle and the words that were taught by the actor is not in the same. It's not in sync. They mean other thing, but the subtitle is other.
The meaning is
thing.
different.
The meaning is different. So like, it made me want to watch it, keep watching it, even though it is 3 hour movie, right? So, and it also, it quite appropriate. No, it's not very appropriate actually for kids, because it has cursing and something, but it's still in a acceptable.
It has to be a parental guidance too. Because when Carl abused Rose, he used some harsh words, so it's not good for kids.
Yeah.
But overall, the
It's
movie is
acceptable. Yeah.
So I would totally recommend this movie to everyone, to watch, because the fact, as I told you, it's a true story, and everyone should know what happened to Titanic, because Titanic is something, it's historical. It's not just a movie, it's history. So everyone needs to know. A part of the love scenes and all that, it's a history. So I would totally recommend everyone to watch the movie. And the fact that they have like beautiful scenes, like touching scenes, and a lot of things, components. They have a lot of components, and then they have like wonderful messages, like the iceberg, do not judge by the cover. It was very small from the top, and then they thought they can avoid it, but when they went closer, it seems that the iceberg was huge at the bottom. So yeah, so a lot of things, that the components make this movie very strong and stay evergreen until now. So I would totally recommend everyone to watch this movie.
Yes, I agree.
Putri?
Okay, I think adults should watch this movie, because the movie not suitable for for kids because they have scenes like
Inappropriate scene.
okay. From the movie we can learn that we cannot be selfish because they have a upper class and a lower class. That upper class is the rich people and the lower class is the poor. And when the boat, when the Titanic is sank, it just have a few boats and it only for upper class. That when family Rose is in upper class and Rose just want to follow the Jack and he
He was caught like by the police. Then she go and save him. She jumped out of the
she
lifeboat.
jumped out of the boat and at the end her mother regret that
Then she forced her to
he forced her to marry a friend.
So I guess that's all for
Yeah.
the review of the movie. So like in conclusion, like we all enjoyed the movie as expected. So any last words?
So we can conclude that Titanic movie is one of the best movies at all time, and since we all have agreed with that, so yeah, our movie review is now come to an end. Thank you.
Since we last met,